Hello there! Welcome to Such a Fine Frenzy, and today I'm here to talk about control. Control. This book, I absorbed, I inhaled it in 3 nights. 3 nights took me to read this book. And it's not a small book. It's a pretty small book, but it's not a small book. I loved it. If you see it on my Goodreads, it says I started January 8th, finished January 11th. It's really good. Really good. So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about the plot. I'm not very good at talking about plot, sorry, but I'm going to try. A little bit about the plot for those who haven't read it, a little bit what I didn't like, and a lot about what I did like. The plot, the main character is a girl named Zelia. She and her father and her sister, Lydia, live together, and they move around every about 10 months, which is pretty normal. It's in a future world. It's all technology is taken over, and then all of a sudden, their dad dies. Well, he does. He dies in a car crash, and the world is turned upside down, so they're taken to this facility where they're supposed to be placed in homes, foster homes or whatever. They are split up all of a sudden, so Lydia's gone to one and Zelia's gone to the other. We're following Zelia's course, and then she's placed in a home. There's the square outside. So, this book. Zelia was taken to a home called Karis, and it's like a little home for misfits. It's pretty cute. It's been compared to X-Men, and I really see it. It's really like X-Men, but it's really good. It's a good X-Men. She's trying to get her sister back, and that's basically the whole plot. Okay, let's talk about things I didn't like. So, I didn't like the slut shaming. Don't judge me right yet. I'm going to talk about it in a second. I didn't like a part of the world, and I didn't like the main character's choices. So I was reading the Goodreads reviews on it, and I hadn't finished it quite yet. I wasn't reading so I would be spoiled. I was reading to see how other people liked it because I was loving it. And I saw most people were complaining about the slut shaming. And first of all, the term slut shaming I don't like because the term slut is a derogatory term already. And I really think it depends, the edge, whether you like it or not, is whether you identify with Zelia or with Lydia. So I identified with Zelia, which was good. Not good. Not that it wasn't good. Whew! Something fell down. I identified with Zelia, which means I probably like the book more than somebody who identified with Lydia. If you identify with Zelia, you're more of an introvert. You're okay with a character that is insecure and okay with being in the shadows. I like that. If you like Lydia, you're more of an extrovert. You like dressing up and always looking your best, which is not a problem either. But in the book, Lydia is abused and shown as it's more negative to be like Lydia, which is a little sad. And that's why I think people didn't like it, is because people thought they were Lydia was being thrown under the bus, and that type of lifestyle was being shown as not good. So that's where I think that slut shaming comes in, is that she was being shamed because she likes to dress up, which is not, I don't think, what the author was going for, but it's what it came off as. But if you liked Zelia as a main character, if you liked her and identified with her, then you liked the book more likely that you liked the books than if you identified with Lydia. The world. I loved the world. I loved the world. I'll talk about it when I say what I liked about the book. But you were really, I read a review from Jesse the Reader on Goodreads, and he said that you're really thrown into the world. And since I hadn't finished up the book yet, I really then took that and saw, oh yeah, you're really, really thrown into the world without much of a, how do you do? And it's figure it out. So I didn't like that. I wish they had maybe drawn a map, because it's all states are combined, and Doggy, come here, say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Hello. No. So you're really thrown into the world and forced to figure it out yourself. Which, he's so cute. Which I didn't like. I wish there was a map about the states and where they kind of traveled so you could figure it out my third point? Oh, the character's choices. She's such a good character and a different character, only slightly different from most of the heroines in all the other books, but she's a good character. But the choices she makes, I think, negatively affected her character development. She starts off this quiet girl, and you think she's developing. She goes to the party all dressed up. She's wearing like less clothing. Good. She's kind of developing out of her shell. These people are helping her develop out of, where are you going? To come out of her shell. But then, you think she finally trusts somebody for once in her life. But no. And I hope in the next book she starts to trust people, but she really makes decisions that I just was like, no, don't do that. Like, why are you so stupid? She's so smart, and she doesn't see what's right in front of her. And I think that's what the author was going for, but I wanted to kill somebody. Because I wanted her to make the right decisions so that she could be happy. Let's talk about what I liked about the book. Characters, the world. They always make the book better if you have good characters and a good world. So, good world. Let's talk about good world, because characters are going to take a while, because I like characters. The world was really, really cool. Really interesting, and what's that called? The Club Argent or whatever they go to. I thought that was a really cool mental picture, and that would be a cool movie scene. I pictured it looking like the tattoo parlor from Divergent in the Divergent movie. If you saw that with the cool orange lights and everything's kind of dark, but the neon and the different colored strobish lights, and then the powder flowing from the ceiling. I thought that was a pretty cool mental picture. And I liked the sciencey aspect. Oh, I loved science. I loved it. I wish you could have seen a little bit more of her showing off her smartness, and less of her being deceitful with her smartness. And I didn't like how the plot with her dad kept changing about what he had done. So it's like, oh, he did this. Oh no, he actually did this. Oh no, yeah. And like, what actually happened? Can I trust these characters? I don't know really what happened. She made it so it seems like there's a whole bunch of different stories and you don't know which one to believe, and you're supposed to believe the last one, but it's hard to because they're the bad characters. Anyway, characters. Holy cow. I loved them. Loved them. Like, loved the characters. I liked Zelia. I wouldn't say she's my favorite character out of the book, because I like Sai. I really do. He's a really, really well-written character. Like, somebody said, I think it was Christine from Pola and Banana Books, that he seems like 4 from Divergent, and I think that's true. Because he seems very selfish at the beginning, but then he develops to be very selfless, and I love him. The interactions between them were really good. I thought that Zelia would have more of a connection with the people in the house, and that she could trust them more and bring them all together a little bit more, because I think that's what her character was supposed to do, but it didn't pan out like I thought it was going to. I really liked the relationship between Sai and Zelia. He brings her out of her shell. She kind of knocks him back a few in his head, and how he's stuck in his head with his sister, and he's so kind to his sister. That's what I loved about him too, that he has a motive for being the way he is. He's just not the way he is, just like Zelia is just the way she is, and you want to just change her a little bit. But he can't change until she comes along and helps him. I like that. I like Hex. I like his hugs. I want a hug from Hex. Please. Can we make that happen? Anybody? Zara reminded me of Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, because she's green. And she has that kind of mentality. I liked her character too. I liked Marka. I liked Wilbert. I trusted Wilbert till the end. Darn Wilbert. But the characters were really well done. The relationships were really well done. And overall, I think I gave this book 5 stars on Goodreads. I think I'd probably, now talking about it, give it a 4 out of 5. Because it really hooked me in the action and the world, and the characters were really good. But there's some really missing plot points which I wish she would have added, and kind of changed a little bit. I'm so excited for the next one. That's on March 24th, 2015. I will get it right away because I need it. Alright, that is it. Have a nice day. I'm gonna go skating later.